speaking of education, how far did you get with it?
I graduated high school. Supposed to go, I was gonna go D1, play with my pops. My pops, Stacey. He was coaching UNLV, his alma mater at the time. I was gonna graduate and be a red shirt there, you know what I'm saying, at least. But then I had went to jail, and you know what I'm saying, Pops ain't want nothing to do with me with his name type shit after that point, you know what I'm saying, so he couldn't. All hoop dreams was over with then. I was 5'2", you know what I'm saying. I know niggas be saying that shit all the time, but like, nah, I really hoop. Still hoop, you know what I'm saying, all the time. I be in LA Fitness going crazy.
Have you and your father patched things up since?
Oh no, yeah, we was cool. You know what I'm saying. He the one who had to bomb me out. That was my first time getting locked up too. In DeKalb County. Yeah, he had to bomb me out. But after that, you know what I'm saying. He just didn't want his name like tied with me, like trying to like use my name to like get up in the world type shit. Like he didn't want his name attached. Like nah, cause you know what I'm saying. That shit looked bad. Cause at the time, yeah, he was coaching UNLV, so everything, you know what I'm saying, look a certain way. He couldn't be, you know what I'm saying.
Did that cause a rift between you two?
Nah, I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad. But at the same time, I didn't. Because, you know what I'm saying, I was living down here my whole life by myself, you know what I'm saying? So the whole time, you know what I'm saying, folks in school was like, yeah, your pops is right there on the TV. You supposed to be rich as hell. Yeah, nah. I was living here with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't, like, living down bad, you know what I'm saying? But I still live on the east side, you know what I'm saying? Still, just a regular shit, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had no house, you know what I'm saying? We was in apartments, too. But, and then I'll go out to Cali, you know what I'm saying, for summertime, you know what I'm saying, to visit him and come back. We be living life out there, you know what I'm saying? We be on the boats, you know what I'm saying, flexing and shit. And I come back to the east side, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, I ain't really feel bad because that's how I was raised.
And when you say...
I wasn't how I was raised because, you know what I'm saying, if my mom watched this, she gonna be like, you wasn't raised like that. I sure wasn't raised like that, you know what I'm saying? But I chose to, you know what I'm saying, jump out the porch and be outside, you know what I'm saying? So, that's where I'm from.
And when you say east side, what area are you referencing?
You know what I'm saying? Columbia Drive. For sure.
That's Atlanta.
Yeah, east side. Nigga know.
Now, which schools did you attend growing up? Elementary, middle, high school?
Shit, I don't never know nothing before elementary, but I know elementary school, I went to Morningside Elementary School. That's like downtown. And I did that through 5th. And then 6th grade, I went to Renfro. Yeah, that shit ugly as hell. I went to Renfro Middle School. Then I went to Decatur High School. And then I had transferred to Druid Hills once they had switched the, Nah. I was supposed to go to Avondale. And then when they switched the shit, I was supposed to go to Avondale. But my mom started working at the school district for Druid Hills, so I can go there. Because I wasn't finna. Nah, it was something like that. I don't even remember, bro. But I went to Druid Hills and Decatur.
Now, were these public or private schools?
Nah, it's public.
What kind of kid were you in class, generally speaking?
Well, I was funny, and I always liked to rap, but I wasn't always rapping like, you know what I'm saying, ooh, I'm about to be the rapper. I just liked to rap because it was funny, and the shit I would rap about would be joning. And literally, man, you go ask them folks at the school and went to school with me, and literally, I started all the trends, bro. Like the funny, goofy trends, like niggas joning and shit. Like I dead ass started motherfuckers like before they had the iPhones, niggas still had the like whatever they was called, whatever the old eye shits, and running up on niggas and be like, it's joning, you know what I'm saying, right, and like putting the phone in their face and shit, and like joning while getting their reaction while you joning on them and shit. Like real Druid Hills niggas know, like I started waves over there, bro. Cash Crew shit.
When it comes to being funny, would you consider yourself a class clown?
Nah, just funny, just period. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. So yeah, you can say that. But I wasn't trying to be a class clown. I was just funny. I had ADHD and bipolar. What the fuck you expect? I was in there doing some shit. But I still learn though, so you know what I'm saying? So I'm still educated. But I still made, you know what I'm saying, my dudes make sure I was, you know what I'm saying, in the book still, but for the most part, I was funny as hell.
When it came to joning and things of that nature that you just mentioned, did that ever lead to bullying?
Bullying, like me bullying somebody?
Yes.
Hell no. Ain't nobody got no stories of me bullying nobody. Yeah, I was cool as hell with everybody. Anybody who was cool, you know what I'm saying, no matter what race, what age, race, you know, everybody was cool with me in school, so.
When it came to being funny, joning, things of that nature, did it ever lead to physical altercations?
Shit.
Ever get into a
Nah.
fight over joning?
Actually, nope. Yeah, one time. One time I was a freshman. He might not even know this shit. I remember this shit. I don't know what happened. Nah, yeah. His nigga started dating my ex. You know what I'm saying? This is when we was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause this is when we just coming back from 8th grade, coming to freshman. We in homeroom or whatever. I had broke up with this girl. I think her name was Tranisha. Yeah, her name was Tranisha Waters. We had broke up before the summer. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I'm still a virgin. You know, we all still, well, I don't know, but I was still a virgin. They started dating during the summertime, and boy, was I heated. So when we got back, I was in the homeroom with this nigga named Victor, and that was the nigga she was dating. And I was just joning. And this nigga was ugly. You know what I'm saying? I was ugly too then, but this nigga was ugly. I was going in on him. Out of nowhere in the homeroom, this nigga got up and started choking me. Like, literally, but this nigga he was big, bro. Like, he was big. Like, he wasn't, like, big, you know what I'm saying? But I was, like, then I had to be, like 5'7", something like that, you know what I'm saying? At this point, he was, like, 6 foot, you know what I'm saying? Like, freshman, though, you know what I'm saying? And he on the basketball team, nigga got me up, started choking me. Like, I didn't leave the ground, but I was almost, now like, yo. But everybody pushed it away just in time before, like, niggas got this. Thank God, because I just literally couldn't breathe. I remember that shit. But that was the only time. I was joning him, because this guy was mad because he was dating Shouter during the summertime. And they were still together. And he was in my homeroom trying to be cool with me. So I was just joning.
What were you mad about? She wasn't even your girl at the time.
You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, you know, mad, feelings. I don't shit I don't do no more. I don't catch my feelings no more. I mean, I catch them, but I don't act on them no more. I drink this, that gentleman's drink. I stay chill. I don't give a fuck when I drink this shit. Drink a shot though. Got a storm?
No, that's just the HVAC cutting off.
Oh shit. I was about to say, damn, that's kind of close.
Now, was this considered a fight, or this was just more just a physical altercation?
Nah, I just got yoked up for about 2 to 3 seconds and couldn't breathe for about 2 to 3 seconds.
And when it came to this female, who broke up with who, technically speaking?
She broke up with me. So, I don't know what's wrong with me, bro. So I ain't never go my way.
So that may have been why you were upset, because it was unfinished business between you two?
You can call it unfinished business. Yeah.
Things might have been different if you broke up with her and she was with somebody, but
I'd
because
probably been popping my shit.
But because she broke up with you and there may have been some unfinished business, that is what led to you being jealous?
I don't know what the feeling would call it, but
Possessive?
nah, I wouldn't be possessive. It was just like, man, it's just like, fuck that nigga. Yeah, basically, just like, fuck that nigga, I'm finna joan on his ass.
Get back?
All that. Revenge. I'm the revengers.
Revenge.
The revengers.
Were you part of a certain crowd?
In school?
Yes.
Shit. At Decatur, I was just with everybody. Everybody was, you know what I'm saying? That shit was real diverse, you know what I'm saying? Like, when Decatur, yeah. Yeah, that shit was diverse. When I went to Druid Hills, that's when the niggas started, like, getting the swag, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? Before then, I wasn't really talking to girls like that, except for Shawty, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, like, no easy shit to do, you know what I'm saying? I was just always playing ball because I wanted to be like Pops. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And But when I went to Druid Hills, it was like majority black folks. You know what I'm saying? Most of them niggas there, and that's when my cousin was already going there and shit. So he bringing me in. You know what I'm saying? With the older folk, and he was a year ahead of me and shit. So I got to Druid Hills, and it was like, oh shit, these hoes bad. And trust me, them bitches was smooth there. You know what I'm saying? But I still didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I got Druid Hills where it was at. You know what I'm saying? I was the crowd there was. I don't even call it crowd because it was cool. It was cool there too, but I don't even know, man. I was just cool with everybody, bro. Come on, I don't know. It just depends on what time I was going there. You know what I'm saying? What time? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when I first got there, I was with my cousin and all his folks because I ain't know nobody. But then I was on the basketball team. Everybody found out who my pops was, and I was smooth, so got cool with everybody.
Did anyone attend your schools end up becoming well-known or famous themselves?
Come on, you trying to catch me, bro? I just told you. I can't tell you. See, but I don't give a fuck no more, bro. All right, let's see. Who? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Druid Hills alumni, stand up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Still some East Side shit. You know, Peso Montana. You know what I'm saying? That nigga went to school with me, bro. That nigga went to school with me. That nigga, shit. I think I only seen that nigga like one time, bro. Cause that nigga came for like a month, maybe two. I don't even remember. That nigga Peso Montana with us. For sure. You know, real East Side. And that nigga doing his thing too. Shout out to him, bro. Who else was there? Y'all might know who Janiyah is. She opened up for Summer Walker and shit like that. She went to Decatur with me. I'm trying to think. All I know is musically. Who was this? I know like two or three niggas. I can't think of their names right now, but two or three niggas was went to Druid Hills and they like IG comedians. Shit, who else? Shit, my boy Jared. Can't remember his last name right now, but he's a big church spokesman. What do you call it? Damn, I'm too fucked up. What do you call it? Pastor. He's a pastor, and he was a pastor back when we was in school. No cap, in high school. He's saying he about like yay high, about like 5'4", and he been doing that shit since like he fired preacher Jared. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he got blue check and everything. Yeah, he been doing that shit. I mean, no Lord, it's this, but yeah.
Now, when it comes to Peso Montana, Janiyah, the IG comedians, Jared, did you actually have class with these people, or they were just in the same school as you?
Oh no, Janiyah was my bae. No cap. Janiyah was shit. Me and Janiyah swapped virginities. No cap. If y'all know what that shit is, I can't. Boy got me on airplane mode, so I can't show you no page. But you know what I'm saying. Shit tell y'all, man. That was we swapped virginity. Yeah, I was her first. She was my first, bro. Some cute ass shit, but you didn't hear it from me.
What about Peso, the IG comedians, or Jared? Same
Peso,
school or actual class together?
I had class with Jared. I had classes with Jared. I think we also had like cooking class too. I can't remember. Peso, we just went to Druid Hills together. I think he was only there for like a month or two, like I said. I didn't know I seen him on the like before and after school when everybody would be crowded and shit a couple times. Let's see. I know there's a big DJ named Low Tyler as well. She's from Druid Hills. I had guitar class with her.
Do any of these names that you mentioned here, Peso, Janiyah?
Yeah, Janiyah.
Janiyah, okay, I'm pronouncing that correctly. IG comedians, Jared, the DJ you mentioned, do any of their successes of where they're at surprise you at this point?
Shit, only one that surprised me is Lauren, cause she DJing. I ain't think that's something that she would do, but she really good at it. But other than that, Janiyah, she was always when we was together before we was together. She always was outgoing. You know what I'm saying? Singing, saying she was gonna sing. She been saying that shit. Like, when she was saying that shit, I ain't know nothing about rapping. I was rapping for fun and playing around, you know what I'm saying, making jokes. But she was always one of the people who was from before school. I can say Janiyah. She said she was gonna do that shit, and she doing this shit. So
You referenced the Lord in this interview. Do you follow a religion?
yeah, I would say I'm Christian.
And is it a certain denomination under Christianity? Or do you consider yourself just Christian?
Just Christian, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, I'm not what my mama could consider a heathen. So I really don't know too much of the difference between Baptists. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I know what they say most black people go to and all that shit, but you know what I'm saying, I really don't know the actual, you know what I'm saying, difference. So I would just say I'm Christian. I just know right from wrong, and Lord, all that.
And why Christian for you?
Cause that's what I was raised into, or born into. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom and father taught me. So, well, grandma would be the main one. So,
Grandmother on your mother's side.
yeah.
And when it comes to music, did you ever take a music class in school?
Yeah, I took guitar. That was it. I didn't take shit else. I passed. I ain't never failed no class. Smart nigga.
What drew you to the guitar?
I just wanted to do something easy. I think it was like my junior and senior year, and I already did mainly all my credits already. So the last 2 years, I really got to chill. So I had like my junior year, I had like two classes where I didn't do shit, where I got to leave. And then same thing senior year. Senior year was like 3. Like I was green. I was green to hell.
What does that mean?
Good to go.
Okay. When it came to the guitar class, it was just one class. You didn't want to further
Oh no,
classes on that
we were
instrument?
leaving it where it was at. We was leaving it. We was leaving it there. I did my class and we done it. After that, I didn't want to learn no more about guitar. I knew the basics and I didn't really give a fuck about it. So after that, I took German after that shit. So and I passed that too. You know what I'm saying? All colors. Let's get it.
Any regrets, or was that the right decision looking back on quitting the guitar?
Kind of wish I did, but then again, I kind of wish but they ain't had no piano classes. You know what I'm saying? So I wish they had some piano, like a piano class in school. I would have took that motherfucker. Well, I don't know if I would have took it then, but I'll take it now.
And why the piano for you?
That shit sexy as hell. You know what I'm saying? If I can if I can play the piano right now and rap on that bitch, man, he going viral right now. Watch somebody take my shit after this shit and be like, man, go crazy. I said it first, Soulja.
Taking that guitar class, did this help you with being a recording artist at all?
Nope. Nope.
When it came to rapping, did
Yeah.
you freestyle or battle other classmates?
You talking about rapping? Hold on, say that one more time. I had put this on my shoulder and I forgot everything you said.
When it came to rapping, were you
Yeah.
the type that was freestyling or battle rapping other classmates?
That's all we did. Yeah, for sure. That shit was funny here. Lunchtime. B and C lunch. We're going crazy at Druid Hills. They knew just to line it up and wrap around because we were just joning and fucking rapping, bro. And when we rap, you know what I'm saying? It was before like Wild and Out was doing that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Actually, no, Wild and Out was doing that, but I was going crazy, but it wasn't like no waiting turn. Like, it was just going the fuck in. And then sometimes we would be singing in classes and shit. Motherfuckers knew my favorite artist at the time was Soulja Boy. So literally, I'd be sitting there on purpose. Like, niggas be like, shut the fuck up. And I'd be sitting there rapping every Soulja Boy lyric in their face. I ain't give a fuck.
What drew you to Soulja Boy?
I don't know, bro. When that nigga dropped, bro, you can ask anybody who went to any school with me, and this is to this day, niggas still be hitting me when I might make a post about Soulja Boy. Nigga be like, bro, you been that nigga fan since, bro, 2006 or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know, bro. I've been following that nigga since he, you know what I'm saying, for 7, bro. I even know, like, I done been on FaceTime with him a couple times, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's people in this camp, like my boy Flo Malcolm, you know what I'm saying, Big Blood. That nigga, a nigga in his camp, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't like no fan like I used to be, you know what I'm saying? But coming up, like, Like, when I meet Buddy again, like, when I met him then, he probably would never a nigga, you know what I'm saying? But when I meet him again, bro, it's gonna be on some real shit.
Have you actually met have you actually met Soulja Boy in person, or was it just the FaceTimes?
Nah, I met him at my first time at the BET Hip Hop Awards, you know what I'm saying? I was on the green carpet, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was asking me interviews and shit. I was like 21, still kind of like a little young. No, hell no. That was the 2015, yep. 2015 Hip Hop Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, and it was in Atlanta. I was on the green carpet. And then they was like having the freestyle room or whatever, and like all the artists in there. And I was about to go in there and do my shit because I was like on the green carpet. I was an artist. That was my first experience like that too, because I was surprised I was even invited to be on the green carpet. You know what I'm saying? Because my only credentials at the time was dropped. So, but they let, you know what I'm saying, they had me on there, but that shit was cool. I was sitting at the clinic and all that shit, but I seen Soulja. And I went up in there with him and dapped him up and shit, told him my name or whatever. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
How'd you get to FaceTime with him?
My boy Nike Boy. He be doing shit. He been, you know Nike Boy, right? You know Nike Boy, don't play with me.
Yes, I do. I've interviewed
that's
him.
my boy Nike Boy. That been my boy since, you know what I'm saying? That's Posse Pants, right? That's my fucking man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was in I think it was Miami. He was a show. He was somewhere. I don't know where. Nike Boy was out of there. And he was like, bro, he FaceTimed me out of nowhere. I'm literally on the fucking toilet. This nigga FaceTime me. I'm on there like, bro, what the fuck you calling me for? Cause I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? I was sweating and shit. This nigga Soulja is right beside him holding it. I'm like, bro, drop the phone and everything. I'm like, bro, don't fucking play with me right now. But I had to act like I wasn't on the toilet. It's kind of hard. But I did it. But then, you know what I'm saying, I screenshotted it a couple times and posted on the page. But he was like, gang, what's good? But that don't mean shit. But it was a cool experience.
How did you meet Nike Boy?
Damn, that's so long. It's like 20. We had just made the drop. I think it was Instagram. He was coming to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He ain't know nobody. So I called him, you know what I'm saying? I was staying up. We was young, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he come the first time to Atlanta, he ain't know nobody. And I knew him from the Vine at the time. So I was like, bro, just come stay with me, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no place, but I was like, you know what I'm saying? I've always been a friend person, you know what I'm saying? So if I fuck with you, you my friend, you my fucking friend. So I was like, shit, come stay with me, you know what I'm saying? I can get you in my mama crib until we can figure some shit out, you know what I'm saying? So he was staying with me and him and my mama, cool as hell. Like, even to this day, my mama always asks, where Nike Boy at, where he at, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my man, you know what I'm saying, already. I got a couple niggas like that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, who popping right now? Who I, you know what I'm saying, who I done open my mama's crib to. And that shit fire though.
How long did Nike Boy stay with you for?
Shit, we stayed shit, you stayed with me for probably like 3 months until my stepdad had enough and kicked us both out. And then we made it happen, you know what I'm saying? We made it shake and we got another spot. And that's when we got a spot with You Love Richard and Outer Space Baby and RIP Space on Tim Tuck, you know what I'm saying? So damn, RIP Tim, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah.
What happened with that house?
Shit, we got an apartment, like 3-bedroom, and we're literally running that hoe out, you know what I'm saying? Like, had hoes up in there, was making comedy videos all day, because, you know, all them niggas was funny niggas. So we ran that shit up, and we just ran till the wheels fell off, and then eventually we was in that bitch with no power for like 3-4 months before they could even evict our ass, and we was in that bitch still chilling with no power. I will never forget that shit, bro.
How did you guys live in a place 3-4 months with no power?
Bro, on God, you can ask
In an apartment.
You can ask any of these niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? You Love Richard, Outer Space Baby. You can ask my nigga Dejan or You Love Alex, bro. We was in the apartment for like 3-4 months. After the power cut off, we took the fucking extension cord and literally took that shit down. My boy Tuck, you know, Outer Space Baby. He literally put the cord and put it in the fucking, cause we in an apartment complex. So you know what I'm saying? On the bottom floor, whatever like the little room is, where they have like all the wires and shit. You have an outlet down there. He put the extension cord in that bitch, and we was literally living off one extension fucking cord, but in one room. Cause like we didn't have, cause we was broke, you know what I'm saying? But we was making money. It's funny, cause we were broke, cause we couldn't pay for like the spot we were staying in, but we had money, like to do, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't have enough to afford a goddamn another extension cord to make fucking more light and more rooms. But the one extension cord went into the one room, and we all slept in one room around the one light, around like 4 chargers. And we would sit there and make Vine videos, funny videos, and be going viral in a fucking broke ass house, bro. It's just beautiful. Beautiful.
So what ended up happening with that situation once you got evicted?
Oh,
who stayed with who? Did you guys, as a foursome,
hell no,
move to another location?
think,
Did you guys all split apart?
I know Richard had went back to Memphis for a minute. I had me a couple hoes, so you know what I'm saying? I was staying door to door, you know what I'm saying? A few bitches here and there, you know what I'm saying? Wherever I can get it in, you know what I'm saying? And I think Tim and Tuck went back to Memphis. Cause it was just a bunch of Memphis niggas and me and that bitch and Nike Boy. And Nike Boy went to Chicago too. So, yeah, you know, so we made it work.
Was that the first time you ever got evicted?
Yeah, cause that wasn't even my spot in my name. So I wouldn't even call that my first time. But
so not your personal eviction,
yeah.
But you still were evicted.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that feels like, what that process is like? Because there's people watching this right now that may be in a similar circumstance and may be facing an eviction, may be about to be evicted and doesn't know what that's going to be like, what they can expect. I know every circumstance is different, but what were you going through at that time? What were you feeling? What were the emotions? And how do you actually get kicked out?
Shit, man, when you get that eviction notice, by the time you get that notice, you already know it's up, especially if you're a nigga, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't even know what to say. Like, when you're getting evicted, you already know what's up. You just got to be prepared and figure out what to do. It depends on what kind of nigga you is or what kind of person you is, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. Because me, I'm the type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? Once I get the fact, or once I get the knowledge of what's going to happen or what's in stone, what's next, you know what I'm saying? What I got to do type shit. So once I see the eviction notice on my door, you got 20 days. All right, because y'all not getting no more of my money. So I'm finna goddamn run these racks. You said 10 days, however many days. Once that 10 day, on the 8th, 9th day, my shit gonna be out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm either be where I'm gonna be at or in a new spot where I'm putting down there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas use CPNs. Like, niggas know how to finesse, bro. You can't catch me, though. I don't give a fuck.
Now, you didn't forcefully get evicted. The police didn't come and physically take you out.
Oh, no. Ain't nobody ever just took my shit and touched my shit. No. I figure out a way, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody touch my shit, no. It's always, but like, I just know I'm getting evicted, so I get my shit out of there. But I always use a CPN anyway, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what the fuck going on, you know what I'm saying? So, ain't nothing in my name anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm good.
Was that the only time you've ever been evicted? And I know not under your personal name, but
nah,
you've been evicted.
It depends on what situation. Like, niggas got money depending on what the situation or who I'm in the spot with. I personally ain't never been in a spot with myself, you know what I'm saying? I got problems with being alone and type shit. Or like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't fuck with that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta be staying with my brother or cousin, you know what I'm saying? Something, you know what I'm saying? Friend, I got a bitch, you know what I'm saying? My shawty, you know what I'm saying? Something. I just don't fuck with that shit, you know what I'm saying?
So when you, quote unquote, get evicted in this circumstance and you start living with other females, would you consider yourself homeless at that time in your life?
Yeah. Guess I've been homeless for... Shit, I was homeless. If you want to build like that, I was homeless from 2014. No, wait. Shit. You don't count the being in an apartment with no power, chillaxing for nothing, you know what I'm saying? You don't count that, right?
I guess it's all relative, so I guess it's what you consider.
All right, being without a spot where I can go in to sleep that I know that I am the reason that I'm there, I was probably homeless from 2015 to 20, 2015 to 20, end of 17, beginning of 2018. You know what I'm saying? Probably, what's that, like
2 years, give or take.
21 to 21 to 23? Shit, something like that. Making it look good. For sure.
Now,
That's me counting. That's me counting them. Counting them shits with no power and shit.
how'd you get out of that? How'd you get out of being homeless?
I got a girlfriend. Like one of my I got a girl. Not the one that but I got another relationship. And she had just cause really before then, once I lost the basketball shit, I really got to basically like fuck it. Like I don't know what to basically put all my eggs in this basket with the dancing and music type shit. So I ain't never really put no thought to being with a female, but like for real, cause I was fucking like everybody once the goddamn drop was thrown in my lap, cause like I ain't said nothing before, but like high school I was one like one or two shawties my whole high school career type shit. So then when I got out of high school and got out of jail, and then literally the drop in my lap, literally like it's like damn, like I ain't know like I could be having bitches like this. So then, wait, what was the question?
Well, I was asking how you got out of being homeless. And you started off by saying a girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend. Yeah, I got a girlfriend. Well, yeah, it's not my first girlfriend, but I got a girlfriend who wanted to like do like build type shit. So then she made a nigga like, you know what I'm saying, want to get a spot and shit. So got a spot, made me want to settle down. It took a lot for her to make me want to settle down, but I did that shit. And then we was living in our own spot, like my apartment and shit.
And you guys eventually broke up.
So.
And why?
A lot of shit, but it ain't gonna be spoke on.
Technically speaking, who broke up with who? Or was it mutual?
We can just say it was mutual by the government.
When it came to freestyling and battle rapping, you answered that question, so I won't proceed with that. Did you have a song you were promoting back then when you were in high school?
Nah, I didn't do no music.
Well, technically you were doing music by rapping with other people and joning, but you weren't recording.
Nah, I wasn't recording or nothing.
When did that start?
Shit, I ain't start until after we made the drop. You know what I'm saying? We made the drop dance. Shit, I only made one song before that, and that was with 217. And then that's the reason we made the song, because I knew 217, so I told him to make the beat for it, and then he made that shit, he made the drop. And then shit, I ain't recording no song for about a year anyways, because after we made the drop song, because we was going with the drop. So we was doing millions on that shit. So, and we just thought we was gonna run with the drop and keep dancing for a minute. And then I probably recorded like 2 years after that. And then the whole group had broke up. So I started doing my solo shit. And that was pretty much like 2016. I did my first song all myself.
What was the reason for the breakup of the group?
Niggas' egos. Bunch of egos at the time. So when we first made it, like 5 folks in the group. And the egos, or ego, depending on which person you want to ask.
Were you the cause of the breakup?
Oh, niggas know I was solid. I ain't never been the cause of nothing. Niggas who don't like me today, it's for their own personal reasons.
So when you created this song with 217, that was after you graduated high school?
Yeah, that was right when I got out of jail the first time. Literally, I met him like a week. I met 217 the week after.
How?
My boy Finale, Keon, he was like, man, let's get out, bro. And I was like, shit, all right, let's go. And then we get in the club and niggas is doing the yeet, the yeet dance. And that's the dance that while I was in jail, my cousin made that dance. You know what I'm saying? Like a ball out. This is all facts too. You know what I'm saying? My cousin made the yeet dance where they be like, yeet. And he was the one who was on viral vine and shit. So when I get out, I go to the club and niggas hitting the yeet and they hitting the nana and shit. I'm like, I ain't seen this shit before. So I'm like, this is what the hoe is like. I've only had sex with 2 people prior to that. So I'm gonna goddamn dance my ass off for these goddamn bitches. They fucking with this shit. And then 217 is at the goddamn party that Finale goddamn bring me to outside. And so I'm like, bro, and he's shooting a video. He's shooting a Watch Me Yeet video. If y'all look on YouTube, it's there right now. And you'll see the black Benz in that bitch. That was my mama Benz, because I had stole that shit that night. I was like 17. I had just stole my mama Benz, and that's the Benz that's in the video. And it's called Watch Me Yeet. 217 on the Ratchets. Y'all check that shit out. It's history. And that's the day I met 217. The night I met 217 and YT.
Did she catch you?
Nope.
Is this the first time she's going to hear about it?
Nope.
This cousin, on your mother's side or father's side?
Mothers.
So rough estimate, how long was it after you graduate high school when you meet 217? Rough estimate. 6 months, a year, 2 years?
Like 6, 7 months.
Okay. Just to, put things in chronological perspective. Back when you were in school, though, did you participate in any talent shows growing up?
I was just on the basketball team and in the chess club.
When it came to sports, basketball was the only sport you played?
Nah, I was on the tennis team, football team, basketball team, and the chess club. And that was it.
And was basketball the only sport you took serious out of all these sports?
Yeah.
And how far did you get with it? Varsity high school basketball?
Yeah.
Starter?
Nah.
What position did you play?
Shooting guard.
And what jersey number?
12.
Was that something you picked or you were given?
Number 2 was taken by the seniors ahead of me. So that was my dad's number. That's the number I always chose before that, like my AAU. That's really where I took it seriously. Like high school was cool because, you know what I'm saying, Drew Hills wasn't on the radar like that, so no one gave a fuck. But AAU, that's where I went crazy.
And you were a starter?
Yeah.
And same position?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes. Well, I play all positions in AAU.
How was that experience, AAU?
Shit, I loved it. That's why basketball is still close to the heart. So I always play anytime I can. Anytime there's a celebrity game or somebody call me to come to the gym, LA Fitness, whatever, I'm there.
How far did you get with AAU?
Shit, we done won like 2 or 3 tournaments with my team. So
Care to share?
I always played. I was on the same team, Jamaica, for about like 5, 6 years. And first 3 years when I was like 14, 15, I always played 17, 18 league. 17, 18, you know what I'm saying? I played up. So, yeah, that was the truth. Real shooter. I ain't had no bounce then, but I got crazy bounce like Pots now. Because, you know what I'm saying, being in the gym. So.
Now, I know the UNLV situation didn't work out. You already explained why. But was there ever a thought on walking on to another school?
Nah, I ain't doing school. I should dead.
Why?
Too much time. I don't want to learn. I know I sound ignorant, but I ain't got time to learn. I gotta focus on what I want to know, what's gonna make me money, and what I want to do.
Hypothetically speaking, had you redshirted at UNLV, how far do you think you would have gotten?
Shit, I'll be at least on somebody's bench right now.
In the NBA?
For sure.
Do you regret that looking back?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because I know I'm crazy with it. And I know, especially with the training that I would have continued to have. Ain't no telling.
Now, before you graduated high school, did you win a superlative at all?
What does that word mean?
They give these awards in the yearbook, like most likely to succeed, best dressed, biggest flirt, things of those natures.
I had best abs.
How'd you get that?
Because I was the only nigga with tattoos on my fucking stomach.
I didn't mean how you get the abs. I meant how'd you get that award? I mean, how'd you get that superlative?
Because of that.
Was it something people nominate you for? You nominate yourself?
No.
Is it a voting process?
Yeah, literally, it's like a school yearbook. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, best legs, best all that shit. So, I ain't have nothing to really go up, you know what I'm saying? Because whatever, I wasn't like trying to be a rapper and I was just playing ball like everybody else. So, I was like, shit, I put my name down for best abs because I was the only nigga who, at that time, my senior year, I had my whole chest was done. And I was scared to do the sleep for my parents, you know what I'm saying? But they knew I had my chest, but my chest was done. So I got my goddamn, that's why I got my award for. Ain't nobody else had that. Everybody else only had like one tattoo. But my whole torso was done senior year.
Now, you do graduate high school, like we've already mentioned. We understand what happened with the we understand what happened with the walk-on situation. But the fact that you didn't further your education after that episode or instance or situation there, what was your parents' reaction?
Well, because I didn't finish.
No, what was your parents' reaction to not furthering your education after that?
I guess they really just gave up. Said pretty much, if whatever you're gonna do, son, just do it.
Was that the right decision looking back, or do you wish you would have furthered your education at that time?
Nah, I made the right decision. I just wish I just knew what I knew today, then. And I wish I would have known that I put my energy into this and that I love making music. I probably would have went to school for something different. Probably would have went to school for engineering because I do that shit myself now. I taught myself. So I probably would have went back and made sure I went to school for learning how to do the whole thing at a higher level, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just knowing the knowledge that I know just from the fly, from YouTube and watching other engineers do it themselves.
And for time reference, it's July 2021 now. Excuse me, for time reference, it's August 2021 now.
Oh shit, it's August 1st, yeah. That's cool.
Clocks just changed on us. All right.
Project drop in 13 days. Let's get it. Straight out the basement. Don't play with them.
What's the meaning behind that title there?
Straight out the basement. A year ago, July 4th, last, I got out of Wright Street and did some time in there for the reasons we're going to speak on. But when I got out, part of my bond is I had a house arrest in my mama's crib. So I couldn't leave. So I made all the music in the basement until I can get out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's called Straight Out the Basement. Everything coming from me from the real Atlanta. It's gonna be crazy. Don't play.